Good morning, good morning. Hi guys. I'm Becky and I am in the final stretch. I am officially 28 weeks pregnant and in my third trimester. Hallelujah. We're almost there. I am doing a trimester by trimester update for you. I make these videos because I don't want any other woman to feel alone in their pregnancy and what they're experiencing and all the symptoms and all the things and emotions that go along with it. I have found that these type of videos have helped me through my pregnancies, and that is exactly why I'm making this today. So comment below if you're currently pregnant, how far along are you, and if you wish to be pregnant, what are you most looking forward to? Quick little disclaimer, I know that this pregnancy, being pregnant, period, at all, is a huge blessing because so many women desire to have a child of their own, and they're struggling with it, or they're told that they can't. So with all the things that I'm about to talk about, I've written them all down in my notebook because pregnancy brain, you forget. All of the experiences are of my own, and this is a place, my channel, Becky's channel, whose channel? Becky's channel, nobody else's. This is my place and my time to talk about these things that I'm experiencing and that I'm struggling with, or things that are just huge, ginormous blessings. And this being my third pregnancy, last pregnancy that wasn't supposed to happen because I was diagnosed with cancer almost 5 years ago and told that I shouldn't have any more babies. But here we are. Baby number 3, if you missed the gender announcement, at week 14 I took a sneakpeek.com, something like that. I don't even remember. Today is November the 18th, 2019. I got this thing. I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna prick my fingers and I'm gonna drop some blood and some things, and then I'm gonna bring it to the post office. And hopefully we will know. Hoping for a boy, thinking it's a girl. Let's do this. So it says in the directions that I need to have a very squeaky clean service. Like, wash it like 3 times. So we're gonna do that. Step 2. No males present during sample collection. Check. Step 3. We're gonna go wash our hands and our fingers and our nails and all that kind of stuff. We did it! We have a full container of blood right here to send to the people. They will tell me if I'm having a boy or a girl. And I also have 2 very bruised fingers. I'm gonna put this in the envelope that they gave me to send off, and I'm gonna go to the post office and do that, and then we'll probably know by the end of the week. Okay, so it's 6:45 p.m. and we just got an email that says sneak peek test. Your sneak peek results is in. And I said, Shani, it's time. I'm so excited. What do you think? Tell the people.
It's gonna be a girl.
He thinks it's gonna be a girl. So what do you think the baby's gonna be?
A girl.
Well, why do you think it's a girl?
Because I like sisters.
Because I like. That's a good reason. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Oh
It's
my
just,
gosh!
Oh.
What? What?
Mhm.
What, Mommy?
Nothing, Emmy.
Nothing.
We're gonna tell you later.
What? What?
It's a secret.
I can't believe it! And so we found out that we were having another girl. 3 girls. Apparently this is just what we do. I highly recommend the sneak peek gender test things if you're like me and you have no patience whatsoever and you can't wait until that 20-week anatomy scan. Now, one of those things that they say, you know, the first trimester is you're very tired all the time. Some women might feel sick. I felt very sick, and I wanted to nap all day. Well, guess what? That didn't go away. The nausea did, the tiredness and exhaustion did not at all. So I have written down week 15, I started getting some acne, and I'm not somebody that gets a lot of acne. Maybe during that time of the month, I'll get a few, like down here, because of hormones and such. But I've never been one to really get a lot of acne, and I'm very blessed by that. I started getting some acne kind of in my cheeks area and underneath my chin. But anyway, the acne started and I was like, oh, what can I do for this? What can I do for this? And so I started doing some research, and I found that apple cider vinegar, like mixed with water, like a 1-to-3 ratio of apple cider vinegar to water. And so I mixed it up in this little container I had, and I started putting it on cotton balls and putting it on like my spots every night before bed. It went away pretty quick, actually. I don't know if this would work for everyone, but the apple cider vinegar, woo, it worked for me, and it's still working for me. And then week 20 was our fetal echocardiogram, which we of course have had that with every single pregnancy, because our first pregnancy with Gracie, she had a heart defect. So of course every pregnancy after that, you have a fetal echo to check for the heart. It's basically the same thing as an ultrasound, but they're looking very, very closely at the heart, like every artery, like how the blood is pumping, how it's formed, how it's working. It's pretty intense, and I was very nervous going into it, of course, and praying that they would tell us that she has a full heart and a healthy heart, and they told us that she did. So we definitely are praising Jesus for a healthy heart and a healthy baby girl thus far. Everything is super pregnant this time around. This being my third, everything. When I say everything is pregnant, I feel like my face and my cheeks are pregnant. I feel like my arms are pregnant. I feel like my legs are super pregnant, and my butt and my boobs. I just feel really puffy all over, and I can't fit into even my maternity clothes that I got a few months ago. But I will tell you that I am still working out every day, pretty much every day. I think since the very beginning, since I found out I was pregnant in September, I have been working out every day. So when I say that I work out every day, I move my body intentionally for at least 30 minutes. I'm still lifting weights. I am still doing cardiovascular things. Of course, I'm modifying them, so I'm not doing all the jumping and, you know, full-on burpees. I'm modifying everything. I'm still going on walks when it's not freezing cold and snowy and icy outside, which is most of the time is. But I will say that I am experiencing some ligament pain, and I will say that on my cardio days where I declare that I'm doing cardio today and I'm moving a little bit faster, more stepping, blah, 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 I have this pain that kind of starts like up in my rib cage and goes all the way down on my left side underneath my belly. And it's just my left side, and I've asked doctors and my OBGYN and my chiropractor about that. So my chiropractor was the only one that was able to really answer my question as to why and what this is. And so he actually, I have an SI injury on my right side, so it's kind of in my right hip region. My chiropractor explained to me that the SI injury kind of works in like a diagonal manner. And so that's probably why I'm having it just on the left side. So it's kind of has to do with my SI injury. Yay! So a lot of you might not be experiencing that. Thank goodness, because it hurts. But he's kind of told me that it's totally fine to just kind of power through that. So I have been because I'm stubborn. Let's talk about pregnancy, hormones, and emotions. Quick story. You know you're pregnant when you go to Costco and you're looking for vegetable stock and all you see is chicken stock, bone broth, chicken stock, and there's no vegetable broth stock at all for the first time in a very long time. And you've been craving soups and stews and you just need the vegetable broth. You know you're pregnant when you cry, when there's nothing but chicken broth and bone broth in the Costco and you're vegan. It was a very emotional moment for me. So yeah, I've been crying at very silly things. I get emotional easily. Yay for hormones. I have had this issue for all 3 of my pregnancies, and so the last appointment I had with my OBGYN, I asked her why this was. So let me show you, belly. So this is my belly, right? Nice and round. She's definitely a girl. But if you were to feel like up here, it's super hard, like it's rock hard. And if you feel down here, it's like super squishy, okay? Very vulnerable moment for me here. Okay, so it's very hard up here, very uncomfortable. I can barely breathe. So I've been told for many years that I have a very tiny pelvis and a very wide rib cage. Hence as to why the babies, all 3 of them, have wanted to scooch up into my rib cage and just snuggle up there all the time, 24/7. And every time I eat, I can't breathe because there's no room in there. There's no room in there for food or a baby. I am quite uncomfortable, and I didn't expect it to happen so much sooner than the other 2 pregnancies. Everything is just bigger this time around. Week 23, I started experiencing some nosebleeds. This is another symptom that I had with Amelia, my second, kind of more toward the end of my pregnancy. You know, she's a January baby, and we live in Minnesota where it's real dry in the wintertime. And it is currently February, and it's very dry and very cold. So I have a hunch that it's because of the dry air. Like literally every single time I go outside, I get this pain in like here, my nose, like above my nose. It just hurts so bad. And then I get these nosebleeds, or every time that I'm doing downward dog, or I'm doing yoga or whatever, or stretching. Like anytime my head is straight down underneath my heart, here they come. I'm just kind of like, okay, where's my towel? Put it underneath my head. Keep going. If you start experiencing some nosebleeds and you freak out, don't freak out. Just stick some Kleenexes up there and let it go. Okay, so many of you know that I make cakes for a living. I have a nonprofit organization where I create these big, ginormous dream cakes for kids with congenital heart defects. And it's getting so much harder to make these cakes because my belly is getting in the way. It's like, I can't get on top of my cakes like I need to and decorate. I can't sit and decorate because every time I sit, she's like super active and like bumping me all over the place, and I didn't realize how much of an impact all of her bumping and kicking would have on my decorating skills. Like, what the heck? Restless leg syndrome, or RLS. Basically, it's just when you're not moving for a long period of time, your legs start to get really sore. And for me, it's been my hips and my calves mostly. It's just one of those things where you just deal, unless you want to get up in the middle of the night and start taking a walk around the house. It really doesn't sound great to me. Cravings. I have not had a lot of cravings this entire pregnancy thus far. I don't know if it's because my diet is so different this time. I am 100% vegan, plant-based, and I wasn't with the last two. I don't know. Maybe all my nutrients are met and I'm like on top of it. I don't know. Really the only things that I'm like, oh my gosh, I want it so bad. I want more of that is like fruit, like fresh fruit, like watermelon, cantaloupe, raspberries and mangoes, and like all the fresh juicy fruit, which is not in season right now. Totally sucks, but that's what I've been wanting. So I've been making like a lot of fruit smoothies and snacking on fruit and making acai bowls for breakfast. Probably my biggest specific craving has been raspberry sorbet. I had it once and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been wanting it every night since. I don't buy the real cheap raspberry sorbet. I get the stuff that's made with like real raspberries and cane sugar. It's kind of expensive. So I kind of learned that, okay, maybe I should start making my own raspberry sorbet. So I've been kind of playing with some recipes. Anyway, I got a recipe coming for you guys on Instagram. Follow me. Now my last little thing is that we had my annual oncology visit at Mayo Clinic just 2 weeks ago, and we had all the questions. We came with all the questions about what's gonna happen after a baby is born. And I'm just going to link the vlog where I explain all of that, and we got all of our questions answered and then some. So I'm going to just link that vlog below so you guys can go watch it if you're curious, talking about what's gonna happen with baby after she's born and what's gonna happen to me, all the tests and all the scans and all that kind of stuff, what's gonna happen. So if you guys are curious at all about that, I'm gonna have it linked downstairs. Down in the description. Also in the cards up here. That's my experience of the second trimester, and I'm glad that it's over. I feel like the first trimester was super, super long just because of all the sicky, icky feeling days. But the second trimester was kind of fun, seeing, you know, my baby bump grow and feeling her kick. She's super feisty, and getting to see her wiggle around and suck her thumb and her scans. And my third trimester is going to be much busier with appointments since I am so high risk. But I'm gonna talk about that in the next trimester vlog. So wish me luck for in the home stretch. Hallelujah. I cannot wait to meet this spunky girl. As always, thank you for watching, and go spread some happy.